not going to let myself feel down. You got to make the determination. I think your story.
Yep.
You know, your story, I think, signifies what it is. Your story is very powerful. You were like, if I don't pass school, I'm going back home. And I'm not going back home, so I don't care how I feel. I'm going to be at school every day. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm sure there were days she woke up where she was like, I don't feel like going to school. I'm sure there were challenges, but there was just motivation that my why is more powerful than my situation. So really, you know, you got me on a whole other tangent, but how serious is your why? How motivated are you? Like how deep is the why? Like, is your why serious? Like, is your passion serious? Is it strong? So that's what I think is just really important. And then what about you? What y'all say? Oh, you're just.
I was still on my first day in school here. I was thinking here. I said my first day in school. I was taking the year 7. So it was 2 years, not a year. I was in middle. So my first day, I was already back.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the class. So all of the people were Spanish. So because when I came, she was talking to me in Spanish. So I don't know anyone in English. So I took back in French too. Yes, and then after that, the teacher, she was good. And she heard I was talking very bad in French. And she thought she was she wanted to go out, and I'm like, okay, I took her to go out. And she didn't believe me. Yeah, and the next day, something happened to me too. So, for my parents, I was crying, like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to go to that school. They forced me to go. And I'm like, so, after 1 week, whenever I come to class, she doesn't want me to sit there. So the professor, the teacher, started talking to me, and then I went to her Spanish. And then she realized, okay, I was wrong. So she separated us in class, and she picked up. Because she used to do that. Especially with the
Wow. Some powerful stories, right?
I took out one, I took the drug deal, most of all her, because we was never but what she told us about her experiences is, and this is back in the days, everybody used to say hi to you outside, even people who know you good morning, good afternoon, whatever, right? She remembers that, she reminded us of that. I mean, we from maybe the 90s or 2000s, right? No, we don't see that.
And why is it?
Because we usually getting like hypocrite. We don't be, as I said to you, we are not ourselves anymore. Like if you are yourself, alright, you can see right there the color. What we do here is fakeness of fake to him, I fake to her, I fake to everybody, pretending I like it, right? No.
So I think because we are afraid to love each other. Because in order to love someone, and this is the pretext that I'm all the time there, like, I don't know you. And I go like, how do you gonna know me if you don't come to me or if you don't let me come to you? You'll be standing on the street, someone will come to you like, where is the train station? I told you like, I don't work for the KT. If you cannot say, I usually don't ask me a question. So it's something that's so easy. People are so introverted in themselves that society is just falling apart. If you pretend that you don't know someone and you don't want to come to the person or you don't want to let the person come to you, you can't know the person. I'm an Uber driver and I experienced like I pick up a guy. I say actually, and he said like don't talk to me. I'm like why? Like he had a bad accent. I was like, you know what? Don't let this guy just ruin your day. But at one point I was like, I can't just let it go. And I said like, Chepe. I said it in French because I knew that they didn't speak French. He's like, what do you say out there? And he said that this is okay. And he's like, serious? I'm like, yeah. You know what? Because English was my first language. Yeah. Not speaking English well as you want doesn't make me speak. Yeah. But if you want to judge someone knowledge based on the language, so you're the first one that speak. Because you only speak of one language that you were born in. Yeah. I speak more than 2 So get to know people, don't judge them based on how they look or how they speak. That's right. Because oftentimes, like, I feel like if I speak, they undervalue me. But those who come to specifically study with me realize that I'm not that stupid.
Yes. That's good.
So,
That's good. That's good. That's good. No, you did really well because you set me up. The way you set me up was we got to be culturally intelligent. Yeah, I'm not saying this over my gosh. So here, you got to be culturally intelligent. And what is cultural intelligence? Really simple, like you're saying. It's really good relationships. But people don't know how to do that. And there's 4 steps to build a relationship. This is why I said I think it's real good. Number 1, you got to appreciate people, right? Because my second point is you got to be a curious person. Because if I don't appreciate you, I'm not going to be curious about you. And see, what we do, like with you, the fact that you know multiple languages, that's a phenomenal thing. You should, how can I learn more? How can I understand? Where are you from? Tell me about your country. Tell me about your upbringing. That's so fascinating to me. But if you're working with someone, if you're a part of a team, if you're a leader, you should want to get to know your people. You want to know what they are, what their mindset is, what their understanding is, what they're thinking, their process is. But that's a part of being a curious learner, getting to know people. And then here's the big one. You got to listen. Oh. Listen. You gotta listen. Listen. And then you gotta understand. Seek to understand, and then based off your curiosity, your listening, your understanding, then I can begin to do certain behaviors that can enable us to create a profitable, a positive, and a harmonious relationship. And this is where we miss it. Like I get up here and talk all I want, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to one-on-one relationships. Like you're gonna deal with diverse group of people, you gotta get to know people, you gotta talk to people. I mean, this is marketing 101. Facebook understands this, social media understands this. Now, I'm gonna give you an example how I know. Have you ever noticed that when you Google something or you even talk about something, all of a sudden it comes up in an ad? Because they're learning you, and based on what they know about you, they bring it up.
Well, right now, technology is so advanced that even if you're talking, if you don't have Siri or Alexa, they're talking about it. Headphones are really on recording, guys, if you didn't know that. Just to let you know now.
What you said?
Alexa, all the phones are recording you all the time. So, and somebody, he was talking to his audience, right, as a YouTuber. He was about talking to, like, about my friends. He was doing things, and the first ad was no.
Yeah. But that happens because they understand something that we all should understand. The more you know people, the more influential, the more positive you get in people's lives. I mean, that's what I want. But this is the powerful thing. I'm going to skip up real quick. So I was in Hawaii. I spoke in Hawaii, by the way, vacation and speaking all together. So I was in Hawaii. And I talked about generational differences. So generation, you got baby boomers, they're from 1946 to 1964, Generation X, 64 to 77, millennials, 77 to 94, and then Generation Z from 95 to 2010, just like what they said. And so I went to this place because when you deal with generations, they say people like to be communicated towards a certain type of way. So they say one group is face-to-face, one group is email, one group is texting, one group is social media. So in essence, when you're working with people from different generations, they like for you to communicate with them a certain way, right? And so there's research behind this. And so I come into this room and I'm like, well, this is the research, but let's get you divided into groups. And so you have this group over here, this group over here, this over here. And then I asked the question, I said, what preference do you think was most popular amongst all the different generations? Was it face-to-face, email, text, or social media? Face-to-face?
I prefer face-to-face, but I thought that to any type of FaceTime,
Okay.
calls, audio. For me, whatever. Doesn't matter. You have to communicate.
Okay.
Yeah,
question like this. See, people are different, right? So if I come to if I'm a leader, and based on my experience and based on my research, and I assume that's going to work with you, I could be wrong. And they were wrong. It was actually communication was number one. Now, if they don't take the time to build a relationship, if they don't take the time to get to know you, then what I'm doing is I'm leading you based on what I've learned, but that doesn't mean that's who you are. And so many times we box people into groups assuming because my interaction with this person was like this, therefore that's how I'm going to do a relationship, that's what they like. That ain't true. Like, you're a certain culture, so you like a certain type of music.
I'm from the art, but trust me, if I share with you like the playlist of my music, it's not from my culture, it's from Brazilian, Portuguese.
Right.
And I don't know what they say, but I like everything, like the sound.
Oh, trust me, I like reggaeton, which I have no idea what this. I mean, well, my wife is Colombian, so I kind of like Apaquito Espanol, like I can go a little full. I mean, I have no idea what they're saying. Like, I'll be like, I get the bachata, like, I'll turn on right now, and I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I can do, like, there's certain music when it goes to other countries. I have no idea what they're saying, but they are jamming. I'm just like, let's go, let's go. No idea what the words are, but the beat and the voice, I mean, so it just drives me. And so I think this is important when it comes to cultural intelligence and, again, diversity differences, that we build relationships and we get to know each other. Again, this is part of leadership. Because when I came here, I said I got to be effective at leading diverse, different people with an inclusive lens of leadership. So that means when I get in a leadership position, when I go into a job, then I got to come with an attitude, a perspective. I'm going to love and appreciate people. No matter what, I'm going to be that kind of person. It'll make a difference. Number two, I'm going to check my biases. I'm going to check, these thoughts and experiences. Not only that, but in a nice way, I'm going to maneuver and be aware of others that project that same stuff on me and try to navigate that. And then I'm just going to get to know people. I'm going to build relationships. I'm going to get to know people. And when you begin to do this, you become more effective at leading groups of people. You become more effective at uniting diverse groups of people. It just becomes more collective. Like, I'm sure, as you all, if you haven't talked to each other today, I'm sure there were some relationships that were built just by getting to talk to each other.
But you know what? This one thing, like, I can relate because I'm the one maybe who do this, or maybe do this at the same time, but like, there's a part, right? I don't go to people because, I have to say whatever, and I know everybody's doing it, so nobody can tell me. Not because for sure people are doing it maybe in some other way. But I don't communicate with a lot of people because I know about the sales for you.
Yeah.
And I also the same thing, so if you come to me, then of course, you're going to learn because I'm going out purpose. I'm not trying to impress you or feel like you. No, I can be by myself. Yeah. And if you come to me and you want to talk to me, but you with your boys and I know what they sell to you, I don't know, like, it's good.
Are y'all with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. It's 5 o'clock, and I get you. So I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. I only got the 3 points. I never get to all my points. It just happens like that. But as we get ready to get out of here, just one thing that you learned. I'll start with you, and we'll go all the way around the room. One thing that you learned. Anything.
Learn that as I always be true for everybody, like get to know people, don't judge them based on how they look, speak, or act. Just get to know them, and from there, everything happens.
You're telling us some stories, y'all. That was so intriguing. That's a whole book, but yeah, I don't know what you said. What about you? Love, yeah. That's good.
Sorry?
Don't be tolerated, be celebrated.
That's good.
Check this out.
Huh?
Check this out.
Check yourself. You? Okay.
I learned that my friend O'Hara is very enigmatic and she's more of a powerful leader than I could have ever imagined.
Wow. Man, today's your day.
I learned that it's not important to communicate each other because we improve us ourselves. So, and it's funny that it's really interesting and you can a person
That's good. Yeah.
That, diversity is really important. And it's, don't just judge someone when you first see this. Give yourself time to understand and see the perspective.
That's good.
Before I answer to use that, I really think about second to say, I remember there's one like, this has to do with this. I mean, they people come every week, but they, and you know for yourself, like, you can take your time. You make us to be what you really are. Instead, you could be some other people, and then you just want to serve something, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You got time, but you, maybe you just today, but you gave, but you really want to.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Never seen that. I learned that, like, I mean, I can't remember because I already know this, but it says people today, days are church words that they prefer telephone instead of saying things face to face.
That's good.
Yeah, but I wanna say thank you for the first time.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Hey, I appreciate that.
So maybe you can fit into the presentation.
Yeah.
When you make us values today, because other people just come here and then, oh, I gotta finish this, so you gave us an opportunity to say what we have to say. No matter the time, if you go late or something,
Yeah.
say that.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I actually want to go in other directions. Because to be honest with you, I stayed on course because what I did, I've been doing it for like 15 years. So I read other things that were coming up. Like your thing about how to motivate yourself. I was like, ooh, I could just tap into that. That's a whole other message. Like, so there's different things that I saw. Like when you about loving yourself, that's a whole, that's a whole other. Let me just add those into the thing. So loving yourself, you gotta just know you're awesome. And you gotta know you're amazing. And I know it sounds really crazy, but sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm great. Like, I never forget, like, this is a true story. I'm not lying, this is so crazy to me. But it's so true. This lady was what I heard a story, it's like, every time I go on these interviews, I just get nervous. But then she's like, what I do, I go in the mirror and I say, you're great, and you're awesome, and you're amazing, and you're gonna dominate the interview. And they would go out there and boom, and kill it. It's
Don't wait for nobody to show you why you think you are right, or great you are right. I mean, of course, we don't feel great all the time,
Yeah.
or like in terms of the world, we are not famous forever. You don't need to wait somebody to say thank you or something. Just give it to yourself, like, even now, say to yourself, the perfect, maybe you feel some type of way, but just believe yourself. Look that up, build that confidence in yourself, like. You want to talk to somebody, just do it. Don't be afraid of rejection because maybe everybody doesn't like me, but I like myself. That's important to me.
And rejection is direction. And also you are what you say, but that's a whole other, what you say?
Just like me, sometimes I like to sing. So
You sing?
no, I like to sing.
Oh, I have to sing right now. Like, if you can sing, we can go.
So when I go to church and I have to sing
Uh-huh.
and do the solo of the choir.
So you
and
do
I'm
solos?
In my head, I'm like, okay.
You can sing. Can you sing real quick? Come on, y'all, come on. I gotta hear the song. Here we go.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was once lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Come on! You didn't want to say. That's how they get them singing. The one tell me what you said.
No.
Oh yeah, time out. Woo! Damn. I should have recorded that. Wow. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you gotta get out there and sing. You gotta go out there and sing. Yeah. Wow. Motivation. How do you motivate yourself? What's your why? Why does life matter? Why do you wake up in the morning? I'm gonna give you this. I got a concept. I tell people have a vision with 7 reasons why it matters. I'll give you an example. Let's just say, for instance, I want to graduate college. I see myself graduating college, and these are the reasons why it matters. I want to be the first in my family. I want to get a degree. I want to get a job. I don't know, whatever is connected to that vision, you got to have a reason why it matters to you. And that reason why has to be bigger than every challenge you face in life. If your why is not strong enough, then a challenge can stop. But if your why is strong enough, nothing will be able to stop. So that's what you always have to ask yourself, is my why strong enough to be what I want to become? Like I encourage you guys to watch this video. I encourage you. Has anybody ever heard of Byron Allen? Okay, so he's in a big case right now with Comcast. It's a phenomenal case. Look into it. Anybody ever listen to The Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Okay, he did an interview on The Breakfast Club. His name is Byron Allen. I just want you to listen to the interview.
Byron Allen?
Byron Allen. Just he's a billionaire. But listen to the interview. And the reason I want you to listen to the interview is because you're going to hear his determination of how he got to where he got to. And I just want you to hear this. Listen to the video. I'm not going to say this. Just listen to the video. If I didn't do that part, I wouldn't be telling you. I'm telling you, when you do a motivation, when you do a why, entrepreneurship, not just working, but actually owning stuff, listen to the Byron Allen. It'll transform. It's just powerful. So, yeah. I tell people everywhere I go. What's your life? Huh?
I want to say what motivates me is because you missed me.
What motivates you?
What motivates me is I like people to be happy and smiling. So every time that I am dealing with someone, I want them to be happy.
Wow.
And when I see them happy, I feel like, oh, I'm doing something that's making them happy or smiling at least. That's what motivates me.
That's a cool nigga. That's a cool way. So what else was saying? You gonna say something?
I mean, this is my first time I'm supposed to this. It's not like always that I want to go to school or something, but I like math. I mean, why?
That's good. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, what motivated me to come out with everything? I mean, in 5 years, I see myself like as an electrical engineer. So,
I see it.
that's my vision.
I see it. It's gonna happen. Did I say it's gonna happen? No, I want to affirm you that it's gonna happen. No, I feel I'm being with you. I want you to know it's gonna happen. As sure as I sit here right now, it's gonna happen. You're gonna face challenges. You're gonna face obstacles. I'm gonna be honest. You're gonna want to give up sometimes. You're gonna want to throw in the towel. But I'm here to tell you, everything you need to do is inside of you, and it's gonna happen. I just want to affirm you. That's it. That's it. But keep going. That's it.
You got it.
Is that it? Let's go. I catch you.
I know that it's not always easy. I have my family sometimes, I have my school, but I just want to tell everyone that you need to have a vision. And don't say that because I'm a woman, I can't do it. I have in my family, on my own, my sister, my cousin, they all say, you're a woman. You have to marry, you have to have your children. As an engineer, you can't do that. But I want to show them that I can do it.
Oh.
I like math, and I don't want to waste my knowledge and say, because I'm a woman, because I'm black, I can't do it. I just want to show them that I will be an engineer, I will do it.
Oh. Have you ever looked into these tech programs? Google Tech?
Yeah, but yeah.
Like coding and all this kind of engineering stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're paying big dollars for people like you. You know that, right?
I do.
No, I'm not. No. I'm being dead serious. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're paying big, like in the tech industry, they're looking for, man, there's so, oh my gosh. Y'all guys are check your eyes. There's big, Just research the programs. Research these programs. I mean, there's so much out there. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, not because you're a woman doesn't mean that you can't do it. There is this movie, I forgot the name, with these 2 black women that is lost in history. And they just recognized the last one that they first woman in the space business,
Oh,
the
yeah.
first women mission that never got any recognition. They were black women, they were treated like dirt. The first black woman that the first
Oh, yeah.
meta mission in the black history, black women. And they were treated like dirt, and they were never recognized. So now the last one that was, since the movie came out, the last one that's alive got recognition. So now because you're a woman, just as he said, affirm yourself each morning. Don't listen to your family. You can do it. You can do it. I can do it. And you have that vision. So you have a vision.
One thing she said that is, and what happened people always like that. When we have the parents, they call us every day, oh, we have to get married, why are you going to school? I have my mom and my sister, they call me, oh, what are you doing in school? Just go to work and I send us the money, that's all we need. So I understand her point, so, you know, all those like, go to school, do this, do that. We don't have their education, schools, you know?
Yeah.
So the point is,
I remember my auntie saying to when my dad just saying that she wanted to be an engineer and I would pay for that. She just said, she's a girl. I'd rather pay for my son to go to school and become an engineer. But I'd rather pay for my girl. That's what she said.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm so happy that my parents support me and they really want me to be an engineer.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to them. I really need your support.
Yeah. Wow, that's powerful stuff.
I'm an only child, but
You're
my,
smart.
huh?
You are smart.
You know, at first I was, but I lost both my parents. But like I want to be a dentist. When I tell my family that, they're like, really? First of all, you don't have nobody to support you. I live here alone. I don't have family.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you want to be a dentist? It's empty forever. How are you gonna pay this? You don't have no parents. And then some people claim that your only family is your parents, your mom, your dad, and your sisters.
Good.
So they're like, oh, I'm not even, I have God, and
Yeah.
I have myself.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm living here, I'm living. This is
Good.
it.
That's it. Come on.
So,
Well, be a dentist too.
There's nobody tell you you can't.
yeah, I feel like I motivate myself. I move myself.
How do you motivate yourself?
Because I've been doing that so long. So it's like, singing makes me very happy. Singing makes me keep everything positive, even if life is falling apart or I don't see where I'm gonna go. But I know that it's bright, it's gonna be there. So I always tell myself I can do it because I face a lot of challenges. Like when I was 15, I tried to commit suicide.
Wow.
I did come with to that, but I didn't that. So ever since that happened, I'm like, you know what? I'm very important. Because there are people that just sip a bit of bleach and they're dead, and I'm like, okay, you know what? From now on, I'm just gonna just stand on my ground and not get this. Just
Wow. That's awesome.
you gotta feel better, and you see, oh, yeah. I don't think that's,
I want to thank y'all so much. It was a pleasure. Powerful stories. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, powerful stories. Yeah. Thank you. Yes,
Wait,
powerful.
we can have a picture.
This is the first time I see Plum and then they cross it on.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
That's what we're going for. Here, there's the Plum.
Yeah, that's all.
She was in the
So